Door keeping Hayes close at second. And Reynolds goes back near the wall, and it's out of here.
Oh.
8th home run of the year for Reynolds, and now it's 3-2.
I did not think that he hit it. I thought it was from the waist up, and that made me a better high ball hitter, Gary.
Arauz comes in to throw out McCutcheon. We've got a 4.5 game lead over the Guardians in the American League Central, bringing the go-ahead run in the 8th. Grounded down to Alonso, makes another diving stop.
How about Pete? He leers on your beard. It can get difficult.
McNeil hits another ground ball to second base, as he did his.
The Mets were going poorly, only have half a mustache on his face.
Did you see? Cranked a home run his first time up. Goes after a first pitch changeup, and it's 0-1. Vogel back at first. Could today be the day? Into the left side. Hayes will go to second. The relay by Williams. It struck out his first time up. McGill ahead of him 0-2. And Rivas takes that slider down 1-2. Pin adequately. To the season that Corey Seager is having.
No.
Now, 2-2. And Rivas down swinging for the second time. 98. So some serious. And Williams strokes one toward right center field. Cutting across is Stewart to make the catch. And Narvaez cranks that one foul, and it's 0-2. Rafael Ortega. And that's the line, and that ball's going to land for a base hit. Ortega and Joe's throw will come up short. And that's slapped toward the hole. That's a base hit. Around third comes Ortega. He'll come into
side open.
And second baseman Peguero waiting for it. Homestand. Key Brian Hayes leads off in the 5th and takes a slider for a strike. Good off-speed pitch, and it's 1-2. Third time through the. And the breaking ball hit to short, right at Lindor. And so Hayes. And a first pitch curveball in for a strike, 0-1. Let's check in with
anybody out if you throw the pitch in the zone. So don't worry about sequencing here as Reynolds.
And McGill misses away, and it's 3-1.
Heading deep in the game, he was just going out there attacking as McCutcheon walks. But yesterday, he said he was so.
Sawinski's walked and struck out today, and there's a nice fastball running in, and it's one.
And McNeil to get him.
And there's ball 4, so Alonso's on with a leadoff walk. That's 5 walks now. And just got a piece of that cutter to stay on the at-bat. Boy, Barucki is giving him a. And McNeil at center should be easy for Sawinski. And Vogelback draws the walk against the left-hander. So that's a productive. Also looking for his first hit against the lefty this year. He's only had 5 at-bats against them. About it. And there's another one. The warning track at the wall. It's out of here. Here against the lefty is a 2-run home. His 3rd in 2 days. Now Narvaez punches one into center field, and back goes Peguero to pick it off.
No, the walks are what. Got 4 walks in the outing.
1-2 coming to Joe. And that's fouled off. Tomorrow night, Jose Quintana will, and that's even with them having traded away Jack Flaherty and Jordan Montgomery, so they do the same record as the Mets. 10th pitch coming to Joe, and he fouls off another one. First batter he's facing, and it's hit on the ground toward the middle, past a diving Lindor and into center field.
Who did?
Not sure, but I heard
it
2 weeks ago. I heard that it's been one of the real sticking points for the Mets this year against a Central Division that is.
Roy Buchanan recorded it was a guitar.
2, Joe at first, not running, and Rodriguez and Nimmo circles under it. Of Noah's flowing locks.
Surfer Joe.
Yeah. Peguero has walked and popped up 0 for 1, and he start in. Now comes charging, but it's McNeil to call.
Fun together at the ballpark. Nice slider.
It's Bickford. And
Got him.
Hit him on the foot. And so that'll get Rivas special talents in the same division at the same position. Diaz pitching at the end of the year. Flying fast. Stewart coming on. It's going to drop for a base hit. And that's it out. Stewart giving ground to the warning track, and he runs it down. And to face Ortega, who has walked and doubled, and he takes that one the other way under the glove of Hayes, and it trickles into left field. You know, Nolan Arenado has won the Gold Glove at third base every year that he's played. Who's just got a piece of the changeup, and it's 1-1. And there's a strikeout, so Aru's down on strike for the third time. Fielding is how you control the running game. Little dribbler by Nimmo. Off the mound comes Barucki for the flip. Cisco Lindor has a couple of those Gold Gloves.
Clemente's up there in Gold Glove, double digit.
Balloting. Chopped down to third, and Hayes handles this cleanly and throws out Lindor to win the 2-run homer in this game. That came as a left-hand batter. Now he bats right-handed against Raley.
Work.
A double play ball from Reynolds to get out of that inning last night. It's not been the best rough inning yesterday that he got out of. Gets another ground ball to third from Reynolds, just like last night. And Arauz throws him out. McCutchen 0 for 2 in his career against Raley. And takes a cutter inside for ball 1. And there's a slider for a strike, 2-1. And McCutchen goes after a high slider that time. 2-2. Back-to-backs. Little chopper for Lindor to come in and handle. Throwing on the move, and he gets.
Well, the Oakland A's were the first one to come with the white shoes under Charlie Finley.
Very nice. There's a good slider by Raley to get back in the count against Sawinski. 3-2. And it's popped up. Lindor calling a step up on the mound to make the grab.
He got the Dear John phone call. She fell in love with Tony Curtis, dumped Ralph.
And it's ball 4, so McNeil follows the home run with a walk. And he was a home run hitter for the A's. Perez. And he struck him out with a high slider. So Alvarez down on strikes as facing another left-hander. His home run against Ryan Barucki was only his second. And Stewart launches it in the ballpark. Sawinski in front of the warning track. And he fouls away the first pitch fastball from Hernandez. The first 2 games. First onto the glove of Rivas and into right field. McNeil will go first. And Rafael on comes Sawinski. He'll play it on a hop. Base hit. That brings in McNeil. And Jonathan takes a slider down for ball 1. And the Pirates start to get somebody loose in their bullpen.
This is game 121 for the Mets. There's
Arauz. And he walked him, and that'll load him up for Nimmo. So he's reached a couple of round numbers today, 50 RBIs and 61. And he lays off the slider, and it's 2-2. 2-2. In the dirt. And a full count to Nimmo. So that'll get the merry-go-round in motion. And Brandon pulls one down to first. Rivas handles this one cleanly. And that reaches the Mets tacked on 2 in the 7th. And Narvaez in foul ground grabs it. Grounded on the right side. McNeil down to a knee. Takes care of. And another ground ball. This one for Lindor. So Gott with an easy 1-2 pitch in the bottom of the 8th. And Francisco Lindor takes up and away for ball 1. For 4 today. And he gets under this one for Connor Joe. Side saddle. Well, here's Alonso, who lasered one out of the ballpark in the 7th for his 36th home run. His 8th. Taking all the way. Rarely see that from Pete. 2-0. Perez.
He does.
Yep. It was a strikeout. Here he breaks his bat and fouls it off. You know, they've got all that in front of them.
They got all that information.
And there's the slider that gets him looking. So there you go. McNeil takes that fastball on the inside edge, and it's 1-1. Well, now he's on the IL, maybe for the rest of the year. That's a call strike.
What is with the pitch?
Big one softly past the pitcher. Peguero can't make the play. McNeil saves. 2-0 to Alvarez.